Ephesians 3 verse 18. May be able to comprehend the breadth and length and depth and height with all saints. As mentioned before, assuming that the two countries compete with each other, to defeat the enemy who is about to annihilate himself, it would help if you resorted to a trick. Especially I have always been in a weak position. Only by using a unique trick can we defeat the enemy. And this passage, it is for the Christian community. A trick to use in dire straits. The verse consists of 3 parts. Linked to the other 3 passages, it revealed 3 methods of multiplication. Although many people have read this verse, but they need help understanding these 3 sets of words. Why are they matched together? What's more, there are 3 combinations here. What's the explanation? Because they regard by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony as one group, they also consider, they loved not their lives unto the death, as another group, mistakenly thinking that the front and back are a pair. Therefore, the first group is ignored, brother overcame him. The first group is pointing out the first ticket we need to receive blessings. You do it for your brothers, and you are one of the brothers. The phrase, brother overcame him, here conceals the promise of a 10-fold blessing. The verse says, by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. This law of sowing is a promise of a 100-fold blessing. Next, they loved not their lives unto the death. But it is another promise of a 100-fold blessing. This echoes what the Lord Jesus said, for his sake, men give up their earthly possessions, you will receive 100-fold in this life and, in the world to come, life everlasting. This is the blessing of reward. The metaphor of the kingdom of heaven is the blessing of the way of sowing. However, whoever is willing to give up for the Lord Jesus, you will receive 100-fold in this life and, in the world to come, life everlasting. We must gradually disassemble the verse to understand them. By the way, the Lord Jesus once said 2 ways to get 100 times the blessing. Seeding is just one of them. Looking back at the above verses. First, brother overcame him, comes from Deuteronomy 32 verse 30, how should one chase 1,000, and 2 put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, and the Lord had shut them up? How can one man chase 1,000 of them? How can 2 people make 10,000 people flee? The words thousands and 10,000 here represent the difference between 1 person and 2 people. This is the change that comes from a 10-fold blessing. Second, by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. This is a promise of a 100-fold blessing from Mark 4 verse 20, and these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word, and receive it, and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100. This is what I call the law of sowing. Third, they loved not their lives unto the death. Even if you leave everything for the gospel's sake, you will be promised 100-fold gain in this life. This is from Matthew 19 verse 29, and everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Therefore, when multiplying the multiples quoted in the above 3 verses, it can produce 100,000 times more blessings. But have you ever thought that you don't have to do it just by knowing it? With such a big blessing, you also know God is never stupid. Therefore, the standard must be high. Admittedly, you must meet the standards of these 3 verses. Only then can the 3 be multiplied by each other, but it's not a matter of listening to it. But here's the problem. By the way, we must really understand the meaning of these verses. After watching my birthday videos this time, I found it can make everyone understand more. Why? Because you have come into contact with new fields and sow seeds in them, as a result, you have a brand new personality. Personality is like a seed. Nowadays, the new light frequency is given a new batch of seeds. Therefore, the new product you have, under the new optical frequency, it will definitely make you get 100-fold more blessings from the new work. Even if you did it in the past, you can still get blessings. We know that different colors of light have different frequencies. White light contains many light colors, including infrared light and ultraviolet light. There are also red, orange, yellow, green, lime, blue, and purple lights. They all have different frequencies. Maybe, in your life, there is only a red light in your heart. But because of this sowing, blue light has been added. As we all know, these two light colors do not help the body differently. Basically, red light can help our heart and solve the problem of inflammation, blue light can help our bones and kidneys. Blue laser light can shine more on tooth decay, which can help close the cavities. Different colors of light can have various benefits for life. What I want to emphasize is that the soil in your heart allows you to understand one by one through the light. Even increase the understanding by 100 times, up to 100,000 times. However, this light must be broad, meaning your personality must be the same. Otherwise, you are deceiving yourself. Because you can't receive 100-fold blessing through various topics, not to mention changing from 100 times to 10,000 or 100,000 times. Therefore, the first thing you need to solve is having a broad personality. Only then can there be a broad light, which I call width and depth. At this time, everyone must know a little history. That's what I call the teaching of 100-fold or 100,000 blessings. Although it only appeared in these 50 years, there are miracles to prove its authenticity. The earliest is Oral Roberts' teaching on seed faith. He was the first to find the double blessing. Ephesians 3 verse 18. May be able to comprehend the breadth and length and depth and height with all saints.
Wrestled the thoughts inside, wrestled with all my might. I'm growing strong when I think of you. Redeemer, you hide away tonight. Spoke words of comfort to my mind. I know you're there, I won't despair. Prove that my faith is in you. Love finds a way through the dark, patient when the nightmare starts. I know the answers right there, waiting for me. Lord, you are near, yet so far. Still I will get to where you are. Always I'll treasure this game of hide and seek.